I think that the best Islander, and this is probably my vision, the best Islander to interview is the one that we don't see.
Because now he looks like he's been good when he hasn't really. Cause he was actually flirting with like almost all the girls in there.
Really?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Damn.
God, no, when I saw that, no, I was pissed off. That really made me angry. Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
That's crazy.
For the first time, I felt a bit depressed, not gonna lie. Like, I've not felt that low before. Because I felt like they were kind of mocking me or something. Like, I'm a joke or something to them. And then I was in my room, I was just crying for like hours. I was just really upset about it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Morali podcast, and I have a special guest here, guys, from this current season of Love Island. We have Lynda here, guys. Baby, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You look great.
Thank you.
What are you?
So do you?
What are you wearing?
I've got cargo trousers and a white top.
Not the white top.
Simple, very simple.
Okay, so your journey on Love Island was interesting.
Yeah.
And we were just talking, like, I genuinely find now an interest in interviewing Islanders post-season.
Yeah.
Because there's so much depth that you can reach rather than doing it straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously with your circumstance, it's like, how can we do that when we didn't even see you?
Yeah.
So that's why I thought, we'd have a conversation about it, because I feel like you deserve a platform because child, you answered about
Right,
and we didn't even see you. So how, first and foremost, where are you from? And like introduce yourself, because I feel like,
Yeah. So my family are from Nigeria,
Nice.
but I was born in Holland and then moved to the UK when I was 12. And then I've been living in Lincoln, and then I moved to Manchester when I was 18. So I've been like everywhere.
Damn, do you speak Dutch?
A little bit.
Okay,
Just
cool.
a little bit. Like I used to speak it really well, but it's been a long time. It's a long time ago. So
How old are you?
yeah. I'm 22.
22. Damn,
Yeah,
young.
22.
Young man.
Yeah. How old are you?
26.
26.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Cape Town, South Africa. First time going on Love Island.
Yeah.
How were you approached, or did you sign up?
I actually applied. Yeah,
Nice.
I applied after having a glass of red wine.
Last one.
I honestly just did it for jokes. I didn't actually do it for like anything serious. I was just like, okay, let me just try and see. Cause I didn't have anyone. I was single. I was like, maybe I can find someone on Love Island, maybe. And yeah, so
I'm
I
so
gave
sorry
it
to
a
interrupt
go.
you, but can we change the color? This purple color is not for me. Like, this purple makes me feel sick, man. Like,
The colour.
I'm just deep to it, and I'm just like, please.
I didn't think anything of it. I just thought, just gonna see, just for jokes, let me just see what happens. And then they literally got back to me like 3 months later saying that, we want you to do an interview and go through the whole interview process. So I did the audition, and then I was waiting to hear back from them. And then they said like, you have to come to London now because we want to see you in person and all that. So I went to see them in person, and I did the audition there again. I was still waiting to hear back again. And then, they just, after that, I got a call, I think like a month later, saying that, we want you to fly out to South Africa. So it was quite like last minute.
I think it's gang that you actually applied and got through. Like, a lot of people apply.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
What was your initial reaction when you came out of the show and you realized that, no airtime? Like, how was that process?
So I actually kind of found out when I was there, because they gave me the chance to speak to my family when I was there, when I got dumped. And I spoke to my sister, and she was saying that, Lynda, you've not got any airtime. And I was like, what? I was so confused. It doesn't make any sense, because I've actually been speaking to people in the villa, and it just doesn't make sense why they've not given me any airtime. And then she was saying that, you just not got any airtime, and people are saying that, why is Lynda not been shown? Like, it's really confusing. Like, obviously they're showing me the entrance, and they've just been showing me sleeping in bed and stuff like that, like do my makeup. They're not showing me like actually having conversations with people. So like when my sister told me that, I was actually really like upset about it, because all the girls were saying, we've had we've been shown, like our connections have been shown on TV, and I was just there like, guys, I've not had any airtime, like no one knows what's been going on with me. So it's really weird, and I just felt really down about it, to be honest. And I spoke to like a therapist as well, because I just felt like I've come all the way here, and it's like it's kind of like it makes me look like I've got no personality, like I've just been put there and just kind of like I felt kind of mocked, to be honest.
Yeah, because I feel like I know nothing about you. Like everybody has like a pre-understanding of somebody if they've seen them on TV. So you know, and we didn't even get that. So it's like, who even are you?
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, it's good that to give you a platform to not only humanize you but hear and acknowledge you.
Yeah, because I feel like some people thought like, oh, she's got no personality, that's why they didn't show her. So I just felt like I'm not someone that doesn't have anything to say. Like, I'm there for a reason. Like, do you know what I mean? To meet someone.
It was really upsetting because I feel like from when I was watching it, I was like, you were there, like in the lineup, and then like initially walking in and so forth. But like that was it. For those 3-4 days of Casa, you were nowhere to be seen.
I know.
And there's always those like missing person tweets or like jokes that people make.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can be difficult to like take that in once you come out and you're reading it. So you must have been shocked.
I was shocked. I was really shocked, to be honest. I just thought it's not fair because they at least showed. Because I know Sammy, she had the same like kind of no airtime, but she was still shown a bit more than me. Well, more than me anyways, because I wasn't shown at all. And I just thought, why did they do that?
Yeah, it's a bit confusing. How long were you in the holding villa before you went
3 weeks. That's what I mean. I felt like 3 weeks. I've been in South Africa for 3 weeks and I'm not even been shown.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah. I just felt like.
And when you're in the holding villa, are you by yourself with no contact with anybody else? You have somebody there.
Yeah, you got someone there. Yeah,
like that looks after you.
Yeah,
talk with them.
Yeah. Oh, she was so nice. She was like my mom.
That's cute.
I love her so much. We still talk now. So.
That's crazy. Not you staying there for 3 weeks and you're coming out with no. I think that the best islander, and this is probably my vision, the best islander to interview is the one that we don't see. That is my personal opinion. I feel like you are the best person from your season to interview.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because there could be a lot of that has taken place that we don't know. Like similar to my last interview of a girl from Casa, Amor from last year.
Yeah.
And she revealed stuff and we were just like, wait, like what are we actually seeing? Because there's a different reality that we may not know of. So did you have any connections in the villa?
I feel like, for example, in the beginning, I did like have chats with Shaq, which didn't show, and I had chats with Ron as well. And with Shaq, like he pulled me for a chat and we flirted here and there, and they didn't show that. And I just thought they might as well just show that at least, you know, because now he looks like he's been good when he hasn't really. Because he was actually flirting with like almost all the girls in there.
Really?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
damn.
He was. Yeah, and they didn't show that. I'm just like, why have they not shown that?
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just weird.
And you had conversation with Ron as well. Were they like similar, flirtatious?
Ron was more like, he was still stuck on like Lana. So I think he was kind of trying to respect Lana, but he was still like having conversations with us, and I really enjoyed talking to him, getting to know him. But romantic with Ron, I don't think it was that. But I think with Shaq, it could have gone there. Like, you know, it was a possibility of that happening. Yeah. How
many conversations did you and Shaq have? Was it like one or two? Was it like a few?
So basically, I think it was 3, and then I just asked him, I was like, oh, where's your head at? Like, I'm quite interested in you. I want to know like if you see this going anywhere, because I don't want to like force anything. And then he said that he's still stuck on Tanya and he doesn't want to let that go. And then after that I was like, okay, I'm not going to force it. And it was kind of awkward after that. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it. And I just walked off. And then after that, it was just awkward between me and him. And it was just really awkward between me and him after that. Yeah.
Did you see anything else in Casa that we haven't seen publicly? Whether it be arguments, conversations, tension, or any connections that we haven't been privy to?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? You did?
Yeah. Like Will and Layla was quite
stronger than what we've seen.
Yeah, I think so. Because Will actually pulled her for a chat and they were flirting and, you know, and everything. I think they kind of made it look, I don't know, I feel like they kind of made it look like, you know, she pulled him for a chat. I can't remember, but their connection was quite good. And I was kind of upset about how he treated her, because after that he said like, oh, I had a chat with Layla about the kiss, and I told her that it's not going anywhere. And then I went up to her and I was like, why lead her on though? Because you've literally been, you've been
Right.
flirting with the girl, you've been kissing her and all that. And then he was like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. And then he did this thing like, player, like he was like laughing about it, and I was like, it's not funny. Like the girl's crying. Like Layla was so upset about it. She was proper upset.
Really?
And he was just joking about it. He was like kind of making jokes about it.
He said the word player.
Yeah, he said player. I was like, I don't know. I think the boys do this thing when they're like player. They've been doing that in the village. But yeah, he was like, oh yeah, it is what it is.
Damn.
She was heartbroken. Like the girl was proper upset. And I wish they showed that. I don't think they showed
They
that.
didn't show any of that because
No,
it
she
looked
was
like
so upset.
she came in to be the messy one. And yeah, no, you got to obviously infiltrate.
No, I think she just says how she feels. Like she's very like free to speak her mind. And I love that about her. Like she's really, I really love that about her. Like she can say what she wants to say.
It would have been nice to, not nice per se, but to show those sides of her when she was upset, so that like we can see a balance.
See a balance. Yeah, I wish they showed that, to be honest, because I think when she came out, she got so much hate for speaking out, and yeah, it made her look really bad. So yeah.
Given your conversations with Shaq, what are your thoughts on what's happening on movie night? Because of course they went off, had an argument last night.
Yeah.
And then of course, there's going to be more happening this night. So
yeah,
what are your thoughts?
I don't think they showed Shaq flirting with the girls. Did they show it?
No,
they didn't. So I don't know what is going on with like Shaq. Why they're not showing that? Because he was flirting with like all the girls. And he was flirting with me as well, and we had conversations, and we were dancing together like at the party. So after the challenge, that was when he first pulled me for a chat. Like we partied, and then he was like, oh, can I pull you for a chat? And I was like, yeah. And then we just were talking to each other, and he was saying like, oh, I could see this going somewhere with you, like you're really attracted, he's really attracted to me, and he wants to see where things go with me. And I didn't show any of that. So it makes me look like I wasn't there and didn't have any chats. Like,
yeah, it makes it look like you weren't there or nobody wanted to speak to you or nothing was going on.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's like you didn't
crazy.
even when you deep it, it's like,
it's
and it's like you exist. Do you know what I mean? And it's just wild. Like more on that, like how have you been dealing with that mentally?
Just I'm trying to take it bit by bit. Like obviously I just feel like I'm just trying to take it all like in slowly, because I feel like when I first came out I was really shocked about it, but then now I'm just trying to like kind of calm myself down and just tell myself it was an experience and that was what it was, and everything happens for a reason. So yeah, everything
does happen for a reason, but I personally feel like if you're gonna bring people onto a show, especially if you've applied, you've done 3 months of interviews,
I know.
you should show them
they should
in some light, especially if there was something going on with you and Shaq in terms of flirtatious conversations. Why can't they show that? Like it does, even if it's like 1 minute. Like I know it's difficult to fit it all in.
Yeah, at least 1 minute. Just show that.
Just 1 minute of me, please.
Just 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute.
And like,
because it just showed me sleeping. I don't know. I was actually I was so pissed off.
They should be sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping with my bonnet on. I was like, bro, are they actually being serious? They just recorded me, just showing me sleeping.
Sorry, that is rude.
No, that is rude.
Be laughing.
That is rude.
The way I'm laughing, I'm sorry.
No, that's actually so rude, honestly.
Did you receive any backlash or hateful comments or etc.? And if so, how have you been dealing with that?
So I've got like a lot of backlash about Shaq, because they're like, oh, she's lying, that didn't happen, or like she's just talking crap, she's not telling the truth. And it's like, I know what the truth is. I was there. Why would I lie? Like, what's the reason for me lying?
Right.
So yeah.
That's so silly when you think about it, because
it's so silly.
That's why I feel like it's important to interview the people that we don't see, because you were there.
Yeah, I was fucking there.
Like,
I was there.
It is interesting when they don't show specific moments of main cast members who've been flirtatious, and it's like, what is the motive here? And then you have to remember it is a TV show, and everybody gets a specific edit or character they have to play.
Yeah, they have to play. Yeah, that's
like
true.
And with you was characterless. Like,
literally.
And I just find that to be so rude.
It is so rude,
because I feel like you could have given something for us to see.
Yeah.
Were you shocked by anything else during the Casa recoupling?
Yeah, I was.
What specifically?
Do you mean like the customer experience or the recoupling?
Everything. Experience.
I was shocked because obviously I don't want to say that I have a type, but like I feel like, for example, I feel like maybe most of the guys in there weren't really like attracted to me, like because obviously like I'm a black girl, and
Right.
you know, I feel like most of the guys weren't like, they're probably most of them were probably like blonde brunettes, but more their type. So yeah, going in there, I was like, right, there's literally like one guy that's actually attracted to me in here.
Yeah, that is quite difficult, especially because you have that in your mind before you're going in.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I went to shop, I'm like, wait, am I somebody's or this is that? Because you know, when you're a person of color, you just feel like specifically what box am I already in before I even go in.
Bro, yeah.
And then you're also young, and then mentally that can be a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
Especially as you're a Casa Islander, not an OG, so your chances are limited.
Very limited, very limited.
So that can be extremely difficult. When I interviewed Zita and she was here, when she was on the show, she immediately went up to people and she was like, "But are you into black girls? Like, are you into me?"
Yeah,
like she was saying that straight away. So
I wish I did that. I should have done that.
Yeah, it's difficult.
But
though.
it was very easy to see. Like it was very obvious because whenever I asked them, like, "Oh, what's your type?" They'll be like, "Oh, I'm blonde." Normally blondes.
You mean like Tom and Ron and
yeah. They'll be like, "Oh, normally blondes or brunettes," and I was like, right.
Yeah,
not me.
No, that is a very difficult hurdle that I feel like is unspoken of.
That actually made me feel a bit down, to be honest. When I was there, it made me feel really like, what the fuck, like, am I ugly or something?
Right.
Like,
You're not ugly.
I'm not ugly.
No, you're not.
I don't think so.
Not at all, babe.
So yeah, and I was in there, I was like, God, I feel so left out. And yeah.
Did you confide in the girls feeling this way?
Yeah, I told them. I feel like most of the guys in here, I'm not their type. And obviously Cynthia is also a black girl in there with me, so I was talking to her about it, and she had a connection with Casey, which I was like really shocked about. I was like, okay, that's actually good. I'm really glad about that. And he was talking to her about Nigerian food. I think so, something about Nigerian stuff. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. He seems like he's really into the culture, so maybe that could actually work out. And then for him not to pick her, I was like, bruh. But I've seen this happen a lot to my friends as well. Like they'll see a guy and then the guy will be like, yeah, I love the culture, I love Nigerian food, I love all that. For them to just be like, all right, it was fun now.
Right, he wanted to experience.
Nah, yeah, I just wanted to experience. That's what I felt like it was with Cynthia, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like that. Because I thought that she was being picked.
Yeah, I thought she was going to get picked.
We were hoodwinked, bamboozled. But yeah, that's definitely an unspoken hurdle when you're thinking about your appearance and where you're from and who you are. And it's always a thought in your back of your head.
Yeah.
And then like, you're just in Casa Amor and you're just like, well, you know, how am I going to deal with this?
Yeah.
So it's good that you had your girls to like speak to.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so close to them. They're so lovely.
That's pretty good.
Like, if it wasn't for them, I think it would have been worse. Because, yeah, they really was able to like give me advice and tell me to just keep it together and, you know, just enjoy the experience. But it was still a lot though. The boys not finding me like attractive, and I was like,
yeah, and you are very attractive. Like you're a very good looking person. So like, you know, I feel like it's, you question your self-worth.
I was literally questioning my self-worth every day.
I'd be doing the same thing.
I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, am I ugly or something?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the dangers of going on these shows. And then because it's a villa, you can't really walk away and speak to your family or friends.
Yeah.
And then if you already have low self-esteem or you feel like you can get low self-esteem, it just turns by 100.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
And then it's just like...
But then it makes me wonder, like, why would they put me in there knowing that half the guys in there, I'm not their type? It just makes you question, like, it's like as if they've planned it or something. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like, did they plan this or...
Right.
Because it's not right, really. If you're going to put me in there, at least give me a chance. Like, just give me, like, 1% chance, basically. Because only Shaq really, like, was attracted to me. So I was like...
It's yes, I mean, by you question your self-worth, and you question why did you put me in there, like what was the game plan, or you know, and then it all just plays on your mental.
Yeah,
it really
does. It really does.
And then the backlash from any comments from people, etc. And then it's like, wait, how do I even deal with this?
Yeah.
So that's a lot for you to go through.
And I came in with braids as well. Like I think I was the first black girl that came in with braids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought like, let me be different. Let me just actually, you know, be myself. I don't want to like have to. Like, I know most girls will wear wigs and that, but I like wearing braids. I thought, you know, let me just go in with braids because I'm comfortable in wearing braids. And And I was also quite annoyed because I was like, I told them about the braids and I was like, would I be able to have someone redo my braids? Because obviously if I'm going to be there for a long time, I need someone to at least fix it. And they were like, yeah, we'll sort it out for you. So I was like, so I flew out. I was like, okay, that's great. And then when I was there in the holding, I was like, oh, can I get someone to do my braids? And they were like, oh, no, we can't do that now. We're just going to have to leave it for now. We'll try and see if we can do it, but we're not sure. We can't guarantee that will be able to get someone to do your braids. And I was like, we're in South Africa. Surely there's a hairdresser in South Africa that could do my braids. Like
There definitely is.
There definitely is.
In Cape Town.
There is.
110%.
There definitely is. So yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I wish they did, but yeah.
So they told you that it would happen, then when you got there, the answer was just like, sorry, no.
Yeah, sorry, no.
Damn, that's really annoying.
I know.
That's not even funny. That's just really annoying.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Because it's like, the services are definitely available because you're in South Africa.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like,
literally,
what's going on?
Like literally, just it's confusing.
That's really frustrating. And I'm sorry you had to go through that as well. Post Casa Amor, the recoupling and how dramatic that was there anything that went down that we didn't see? Because I know that you guys have to stand there for a long time.
Yes, very long time.
I felt for you.
I was stood there. I was like, why am I even standing here? Because I already know I'm not gonna get picked.
Right.
So I'm just stood there like, right, in the freezing cold. It was windy as hell as well. And I was holding on to Lydia, and I was literally like, God, just let me go inside. It's so cold. And I was just there like, can someone just let me at least go inside? Because I don't know, I'm not going to get picked anyway. So I'm just stood here. But yeah, I just had to go through that.
But did you see anything else going on with any of the couples? Or anything or reactions that we didn't see from the show?
I think Cynthia, when she was crying about Casey, yeah. And it looked like Claudia was laughing. Like, it actually didn't look like it from our point of view. It actually looked like she was laughing. And I was so annoyed that she was laughing. I was like, why is she being like this? So rude. Like, so rude. Like, how can you be laughing at a situation like this? And then Cynthia said, this actually made me cry. Like, I'm nearly gonna cry when she said this. Like, she said, I'm the girl that always never gets picked. I'm the girl that never gets picked. They didn't show that on TV, but I feel like when she said that, I literally felt how she felt. Like, that was,
when you just get sidetracked.
Yeah, like that was.
And you're just being used over and over again.
Yeah, I actually really felt that. Like, she said that, I was nearly gonna cry, and just wish. Yeah, it's just really sad.
It's really sad.
Yeah,
like it's very deep stuff. That's what I mean. Like, it can really damage your mental and your self-worth when you go in there, because you're carrying your own baggage and your own psyche, your own trauma into the villa, and then stuff like that happens. And she's obviously saying that because, you can relate to that because you've had past similar experiences. Yeah. So it's just like, again, I've been used.
Yeah, I've been used. Yeah.
And like, to us, we're on to the next episode, but like, to people who've been through it and get used, it's going to play on their mental for a very long time.
A very long time, yeah. Yeah, because we have to remember we are human beings. Like,
that's what I'm saying. And I feel like people forget that. And that's why I love doing this podcast with people, especially Islanders or other reality TV shows, because it's really good to humanize people, because I think we forget. Because everything's so spliced and diced, and it's for entertainment, and it's like, wait a minute, like, people have got this.
Yeah, we're actually people.
Like, people have real stories as well, especially people that we don't even see have real stories. So I just feel like it's good that you have a platform to be acknowledged and heard, because I feel like it is unfair on you. What happened to you is unfair on your mental health, and it's just a lot for you to deal with, and you deserve to speak on a platform, because it's just not fair. Like, it just really isn't.
It really isn't, no.
Like, it's just truly wild. So, was Love Island Winter your option to go on, or was that because you knew the season was coming, and so you? I
actually had no idea about the Love Island Winter. I just applied in general. I thought it was going to be the Love Island Summer I was going to go on. So when they were like, "Oh, it's Love Island Winter," I was like, "There's a winter one." I was like, "There's a winter one." Oh, I didn't know that. And
you didn't watch the first winter one?
No, I've not watched it. But I watched, not really watched it, but I've seen like highlights of it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't know they was going to do another winter one. I thought like that was just a one-off thing.
Right.
Something like that, yeah. I told them as well I didn't want to go into Casa.
dead.
And they were like, oh, we're going to put you as a bombshell. They were like, oh, we want you to be a bombshell. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go in as a bombshell. And they put me in the holding. I was like, yeah, I'm just waiting now to go in as a bombshell. And then last minute, they were like, oh, we want to put you into Casa. I was like, I told you already I didn't want to go into Casa. Because I just know, like, with Casa, I just don't like it. The whole Casa thing. I don't know. I just like going in there alone and just seeing how everything goes. But yeah, going in Casa, I just felt like, I don't know if that's for me.
Yeah, I feel like I would agree with you. Like, if I had the option, I would want to be like...
Because I feel like with Casa, you have to kind of force it. Because you literally have 3 days to make a connection with someone. And I just felt like that's a bit rushed for me. It's too rushed.
It's too much, man.
It's too much. Like, as a bombshell, at least you have like a week or something, I think.
I know. Casa should be at least a week. Casa was like 3 days.
3 days. I was like, I'm not going to force myself on these guys. It's like, what the hell?
So a lot of these islanders on this season didn't know they were going on Love Island Winter. Based on your experience. Because you didn't know you were coming on Winter either.
No, I think so. Yeah, I think people just applied in general. Yeah, just for Love Island.
Oh, so they thought they were probably going to go on the summer.
Summer one.
Then they announced Winter's coming as well. And they were like, this is for you.
Yeah.
And they accepted it. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is interesting. But you're completely right. I feel like Casa Amor was just completely forced with like 2 days, 3 days.
It's too forced.
And they told you.
I just wanted to be myself in that. I was like, I want to just, talk to the guys, see if I find a connection. But to be like all over the guy, it's not me. Like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to be myself and just, flirt here and there, but I'm not going to force it, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think with Shaq it was nice because it wasn't I didn't feel forced. Like, at least he told me like, oh yeah, I am interested in you. So yeah, I didn't feel like I had to force anything. But then there were other guys who were just not that interested in me. So I was just like, okay.
That feels forced as well because you feel like you want to go back into the main villa as any Casa Amor boy or girl should. Have you spoken to the Casa Amor boys? Are you in touch with them?
Yeah, I have. You know Ryan?
Yeah.
He actually lives where my family lives. He lives in Newark. Yeah. We were like, what the hell? That's so crazy.
That's crazy.
It's so crazy. Yeah.
Ryan,
Ryan I think. Yeah,
Weekly.
Yeah, Weekly.
I thought he was going to come back,
Yeah, I thought that as well because he said that he had a connection with Sammy, yeah. Yeah.
But then she got it quick.
Yeah, apparently the chat was dead or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought the way his edit was going, I thought he'd want to. It's interesting. Maybe I'll talk to him, but I don't know. But I personally like doing now interviews after the season.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you get so much depth because people reflect on their time on the show. Personally, I don't really have a favorite couple this season.
Who?
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one? Damn.
I don't have a favorite couple this season. I'm not enjoying the season as much. I can't lie to you.
Why?
I don't know what it is. I feel like the concept can be excessive, and I feel like no shade to Olivia, but I feel like she is like draining me, like because she's pulling Kai like 4 times each episode.
No, Zara. I'm sorry, but when Zara left, I was pissed off.
Right, exactly, and I feel like they removed.
Angry. Because they removed
the wrong people, man.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
So I feel like that was just like I just don't know what they're doing because it could have been actually a good season.
It could have been, yeah. I think if Zara was there, it would have been very interesting.
Agree. Zara and Tanyel specifically.
Yeah,
I really like them.
Yeah, Tanyel. Honestly, they would have been really good to stay.
They would have been really good, but I also think that twice a year doesn't work.
Twice a year. Oh yeah, because it's gonna be summer Love Island
in 2 months.
In 2 months, that's actually really mad if you think about it.
It doesn't work. It's like
doesn't work.
It's getting thrown on our faces again.
Yeah,
so
again, people are gonna be bothered to watch again now.
I think Love Island Winter kind of can damage it because it's like, do people now want to watch the summer one?
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to watch it after.
Do you know what I mean? Because some people might have watched this and they thought it's like, or maybe people do. Like, I don't know. So we'll just see. But I think once a year, or even take a break for a couple years.
Once a year is actually enough. Because also, if you think about it, because the contestants are going to be forgotten about as well. If they're going to be just all right next.
Yeah, that's how the system is.
Summer Love Island, right? You guys are forgotten now.
The system is scary, man.
The
Love Island system is like people can just be forgotten so quickly, and people just forget. I don't know. I just feel like everybody has different stories as well, and the mental is just crazy. Mad, the stories people have is wild. There was also something else that I saw now that comes to mind when I feel like they were showing each images. Yours was like cut off.
Oh my God, no, when I saw that, no, I was pissed off. That really made me angry. Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
That's crazy.
Like they cut my head, they cut my head off. The app.
Yeah.
Nah. No, now I feel like they've got something against me. Like, I don't know what's going on.
That's what I mean. You personalize it because it hurts you.
Yeah.
You feel a type of way.
Yeah.
And
honestly.
from them, it might not even be anything. It might just be like, you know, genuine. They're not even thinking. Or maybe it's, I don't know, but regardless, you're going to feel a type of way about it.
I think for the first time, I felt a bit depressed. Not going to lie. Like, I've not felt that low before. Because I felt like they were kind of mocking me or something. Like, I'm a joke or something to them. And yeah, just the app thing as well. Because I think my sister told me that as well. Like, oh, you're on the app, you look weird on the app. I was like, what do you mean I look weird on the app? So when I came out, I looked at the app, I was like, what the hell? That's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What did you do when it came to your depression?
Therapist. Yeah.
I feel like they have good therapists.
Yeah, they do, but I don't know. I feel like when I spoke to the therapist, I don't feel like they really understood where I was coming from. They were maybe saying like, oh, maybe you just came off, you know, nervous. Maybe that's why the guys didn't like you.
Ciao.
I was like, girl, that's not the reason. That's not the reason.
Right. And I feel like when you're not able to relate to a therapist, you can't get to the root of an issue.
Yeah.
And I think that can be quite bothering for a lot of people.
Yeah, very.
Because when you're depressed, you feel very low. I don't know how some people are different with the depression. Like sometimes I'm very functional when I start working, or sometimes I'm very low.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know how else did you deal?
Me, I was just in my room. I just stayed in my room, and Lydia actually came up to me because I was in my room for we stayed in the villa after we left. We stayed together for a bit, and then I was in my room. I was just crying for like hours. I was just really upset about it. And then Lydia came up to the room, and she just talked to me and gave me advice. And she was just like, you know, it's an experience. Don't worry about it. And just everything happens for a reason. And, you know, she just tried to make me feel better about the situation. And I really appreciate that. Like, I really do. Yeah.
You were crying in the holding villa.
Yeah.
That's a lot for you to go through. That's a lot for you to like deal with. Because it's just crazy.
It is.
I honestly have no words. Like,
Honestly,
I feel like I'm speechless, especially when it comes to you getting emotional to the point where you're crying in bed because you're just like, all of this has happened. Was that because you heard about the no airtime?
Yeah, my sister. Yeah, because my sister told me like,
oh, okay,
you got no airtime, and yeah, and people are saying that she probably has no personality. They just put her there, and the fact that they just showed me sleeping as well, I was like, that's taking the piss now, because like, come on now, like at least show me talking,
right? And we can laugh about it now, but still,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
can laugh about it now, but then I was really upset about it.
Yeah, of course.
So I was like, that's kind of bullying, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that.
It feels like that.
And nobody can put conditions on how you feel about situations that only affect you.
Yeah.
And I feel like this affected you in ways, and there was multiple things going on. So, you know, that is a lot. What are you doing now for your mental health?
So I'm just with my family now, and they're just, you know, they're looking after me, and I've not got a job now as well. So I'm trying to find a new job, and yeah, I'm just trying to get through it all and just try and get back into my music, because I love music so much. I'm gonna try and, you know, express myself in my songs, and because I love expressing myself through music. So I'm gonna just try and take this experience and put it into my music. Yeah. So
let's talk about the music. What type of music do you perform? How long have you been doing it for? And, you know, what are there songs out there so that I can, you know, promote your stuff?
Yes, I released a song called Obessed. Did you listen to it?
I did not listen to it, but I've heard the name. I feel like I've seen it on something.
Yeah,
talking about it.
Yeah, I released that song. I think it was September. I can't remember. It's a while, months ago. And yeah, that was the first song I released. But I released other songs before, but I just deleted those ones because I was like, I want to start over. I want to start fresh. And yeah, I'm just trying to find my genre, because I feel like I like pop music. I like Afrobeats music. And I've worked with some Afrobeats artists before. And I'm just trying to think, like, should I go into Afrobeats or should I go into pop music? So I'm just trying to, like, find my genre, basically.
Find your genre.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 22, you're young. So I feel like, so you've been singing since you were a kid.
Yeah, since I was a kid, I was in choir, and yeah, I did.
What, the choir?
Yeah, I was in choir. I was in choir. Did the whole. I made a group, like a girl group in school.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I went to a Catholic school and obviously I tried to go to the choir, but child, it was not for me. Like, I really wanted to be there, but I can't sing, so it was just so annoying. How many other songs are you like? Are you planning to put up more music?
Yeah, I'm planning to do like a whole album. Like,
Nice.
yeah, I really want to release a lot of music.
And you promote it via TikTok and Instagram and etc.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. Yeah.
Damn. So you can, do you sing and rap or just sing?
Just sing. Well, I can.
Nice.
I've tried rapping a bit actually, but not like proper rapping. Like,
Right.
you know, like Doja Cat rapping. Like, yeah, not too intense, but yeah, I can do a little bit.
I would say sing now, but I don't put you on the spot.
Sing. What would you want me to
Child,
sing?
I don't know.
Sing a rap.
Or your song Obsessed.
Got me so obsessed the way I fell for you. I'm telling you I go through hell for you. If you got locked up, I pay the bill for you. I can tell it's a lot that's overwhelming you.
Yes.
No, I'm there for you. Yeah.
Wow, your voice is really good. Like, talk about acapella. You play any instruments?
No. I tried to learn the guitar.
Yeah, I just pictured you playing it as you were singing.
I tried to.
Just like in the fields.
So long to learn. And I want to try to learn piano actually, because I feel like that would be nice.
Piano is really hard though.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, I made that up. But probably it must be hard. It sounds hard to me.
So I think guitar is harder because you have to like,
Right.
Yeah, with your fingers and all that.
I can play the recorder. The recorder.
What's that?
The recorder.
Oh, what do you mean?
No, you know a flute.
Oh, the flute.
Yeah, the recorder thing.
Oh yeah.
You don't know what a recorder is?
What?
You know when Lizzo goes on stage and she plays the long flute? Mm-hmm. That's what a recorder is.
So it's flute. I'm confused.
I think they're different. No, they're different. They're different.
Oh right.
You know, people play like hot cross buns, like hot cross. Let me just move on.
Nah,
It's okay. It's okay. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest, or anything you want to speak about on your mind before we wrap this up, or anything that you feel like you want to? Because I feel like you didn't have any platform to like speak your issues.
I just want to say people should be like, just be careful. I think with people, how they come across to others, like they just try to be nice because you don't know what anyone's going through. And I'm just so grateful, like the people that have messaged me and shown me so much love and support. I think if it wasn't for them, those messages, I think I'd have been way more down.
Really?
Yeah, I think those messages really actually helped me, even though I got some negative ones, but there's more like positive messages. So yeah, I think everyone should just be nice to each other because you just don't know what anyone's going through.
You truly have no idea what someone's going through or has gone through.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea what people go through in this life or why they have to make the decisions they do. Like it's truly wild. And I feel like in the generation that we live in and people just are less wanting to understand. That's just how it's becoming as time goes on.
Because I spoke on this, people are twisting my words. So I said that I kissed Ron, but I kissed him in the challenge twice. We kissed twice in the challenge.
And so people think that you said it outside the
challenge. The challenge, yeah. I was like, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. So yeah, it was in the challenge.
Not the Lana Ron stands coming for you.
I know. They're like, she's lying.
Right.
You can't be her type. That's what they're saying. I'm like, you people are rude.
Swear down.
Yeah. They're coming to me saying like, no, she can't be his type. He wouldn't go for her. I'm like, wow, okay.
That's just so annoying.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Because it's like, why are you even talking?
Yeah, why are you even saying that?
I hate that stuff, man.
Yeah.
So you've spoken a lot about your mental health today and, the depression that you've gone through and everything. So my question is, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling now?
Today I feel better. I feel good.
That's good.
Yeah, with my family, they're really looking after me. So
it's just ups and downs in your mental.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
That's just how it is.
It's a journey, child.
Yeah, really is.
One way ticket to God knows where.
I know. I just hope that after this, just, opportunities and new things happen, and yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's so weird touching your hand. Like
Why?
because I've been watching you for so long. It's like so weird that I've actually sat here across from you. It's so weird.
It's
like,
crazy.
it's so
Yeah, because you said that. You're like, oh my God, Cynthia was saying the same thing. She's like, oh my God, like, I wanted to see what you said about me in your reviews.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they were saying.
So
And I was like, listen, I was loving you guys. So, and I didn't have much opinion on you because, like, we didn't see you. But, like, I was like, Cynthia, like, come back. Like, I really wanted... I just wanted the Casa girls to come back because the girl lineup, in my opinion, is not as great in terms of the OG girls of what there is right now.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that Sunham was brought back.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually thinking about it. I was really close to Sanam.
She's really sweet.
Yeah, I was really close to her. Like, she was so sweet with me. Like, oh, I just love talking to her. Like, I felt like I could talk to her about anything.
Yeah, she seems like a really nice person.
She's so nice. She really is.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Guys, check out the podcast. Definitely go check out her music. Please go check it out. It's going to be all in the bio below. Her Instagram's in the bio below as well. Obessed.
Obsessed.
Is it on Spotify?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So it's all on Spotify. I'll be adding that to my playlist, child, because you can sing. The acapella's great.
Oh, thank you.
Like, it's really good.
I was trying not to laugh though. I was like,
I know,
you're
that I was
making me
laughing too.
laugh.
Like, I was just like, I have to... Yeah.
Yeah, I tried.
We'll catch you guys soon for another podcast.
Okay, thank you.
Sweet. Wrapped. Done.
Thanks.
How you feeling?
Good.
That was good, you know.
Yeah, you actually made me feel much better.
Really?
Yeah. More than a therapist did.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
That's good, man.
More than a therapist.
Because people need to listen. And like, I feel like
after the therapist, I felt worse, not gonna lie. Because she was like, oh, maybe you just feel nervous. Maybe just you looked like you didn't want to
that's
be
not the
there.
issue.
I was like, oh, that's not the reason.
People don't want to listen to people anymore. They just want to
Yeah.
make judgments and run with it. And it's just like, why are you feeling the way you are?
Yeah.
What have you gone through? Let's get to the root of the
Exactly.
issue, not the plant, not the
Yeah,
flower
exactly.
or the leaf. And the people don't want to listen to that. They hear you, but they're not really listening.
Yeah, that's exactly how
Like,
it is.
I feel like people say communication is key in relationships, but it's comprehension, which is like, what is the communication that you're having?
Exactly.
And people just make judgments and run.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's really scary. So I feel for you when it comes to... Also, I know people who get the wrong therapist as well, or the wrong person. It's like you're speaking to a blank wall, or they're just not really...
Not really there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's a method in psychology therapy that's called Socratic questioning, which means that when you're like, if I'm your therapist and you have issues, I'm like asking you questions about it. I'm like engaged.
Yeah.
I'm not just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're nervous.
Yeah,
Child,
that's what.
maybe it's because you're nervous.
No, when she said that, I was
yeah.
pissed off. I was like,
And-
she's like, how do you feel? Do you feel better now after our conversation? I was like, no.
Goodbye.
Girl.
Like you've
like,
now said what the
yeah.
issue is, and she said maybe because you're nervous.
Maybe because you're nervous.
It's relatability. People just don't listen.
No.
Like, your ears are here, please.
You should be a therapist.
I did study
Maybe you should be
neuroscience.
my therapist.
If not paying me, I'm there.
That would be good.
No, I graduated in cognitive neuroscience and psychology. So like, it's
But
interesting.
you study psychology? Really?
Clinical psychology, cognitive neuroscience. I worked in mental health, psychiatric units as well in London, in like Sri Lanka, abroad.
Oh wow.
It is interesting what people go through and like how people are diagnosed, and it's like the issues they have and how like certain levels of abuse they go through and how it affects them in ways, and people just won't understand that because they haven't been through it.
Yeah.
But trauma is serious, so
serious,
especially for people like us, like we're not white, so I feel like we
Yeah.
don't get listened to.
Yeah.
We don't have support systems. As soon as we hit 16, we're adultified. Like
Yeah, it's just crazy.
it's like we can't fuck around and not find out.
Exactly.
So
It's
it's just
crazy.
crazy, especially because we're in this UK.
I know.
Like
It's UK, man.
it's crazy. So you're Nigerian, right? So is some of your family Muslim?
No, we're Christian, but,
Okay.
but my dad's side are Muslim.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bare my Nigerian friends have this, and I
Yeah.
just find that to be so interesting. Like some of them are religious Muslims, and like we pray together and
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
But then some are just like, our mum is this and our dad is Muslim,
Yeah.
and I just find that interesting.
I brought my Bible in the villa.
Not a Bible child.
I did.
Listen, you need that.
I take my Bible.
You need that. Not with these spirits.
Honestly, I was just in there like, bro, I need to meditate, I need to pray because they're making me feel like shit in here right now. So I was like, I need a minute.
So do you see your dad pray?
Sorry?
Do you see your dad pray, like Islamically? Does he pray?
No, so he's Christian now.
Now he converted.
Yeah, he converted. Yeah.
Wow.
My mom's Christian, so he converted from my mom. Yeah.
Interesting.
very
So he was baptized.
Yeah, he was baptized.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about his parents?
So his parents are Muslim.
They're still Muslim.
Yeah, but they've passed away.
Oh, they passed away.
Yeah, but
Did they know he converted?
I think so.
I wonder what they would think of
So,
that. That's
yeah,
interesting.
to be fair, I think they didn't like my mom for a bit because they were like, what's she doing?
Right, because it's Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Muslims think like that a lot,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, they didn't really like that. But I think after a while, they just kind of like accepted each other, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you're fully Nigerian.
Yes.
Nice,
Nigerian.
nice. I love that for you. My grandmother's from Ethiopia, East African, and I used to go there on the way to Cape Town.
Really?
Yeah, so like
Ethiopia. Is that far?
East Africa.
East Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just so interesting to just go to like Muslim countries in Africa
Yeah. But
or like Muslim related countries. It's just, I don't know, I just find it very interesting. I feel like there's not
Yeah.
much representation of what we see
yeah.
in the media.
In the media, yeah.
We just think it's the Middle East or like, like Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. But there's so many other countries.
So many other countries.
And it's like you make their culture with Islam to me is interesting.
Yeah.
So-
I went to Nigeria for the first time last year, October.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so nice.
The first time.
For the first time, yeah.
That's crazy.
No.
That must have been like a culture shock.
It was like, but it was so nice seeing like all my family that I've never met before. I've only seen them on phone, so
That's what I'm saying. It's interesting. Like I didn't even know I had family in Ethiopia, so it's nice to see them, meet them, or whatever. Like it's just you don't think of it. It's like that. So it's just nice to like go back to certain countries if you can afford to.
It really
Because
is,
you must have paid a fortune. Was it expensive? did your mum
so I
pay?
went with my dad because we actually went there for my music. So I had like some contacts there that I was gonna, see if I could work with them and that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
No.
Is this a filming?
Yeah, I didn't know if you want me to stop it or not.
Oh, I love that. I didn't even realize. I love that. You're very sweet though.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like we got a
Do
whole
you like
person.
Afrobeats music?
Who doesn't? I feel like it's everywhere
yeah,
now.
exactly, should.
Everyone loves Afrobeats.
Yeah, Afrobeats is popping right
It's
now.
popping everywhere, and I feel like everyone's jumping on it because they enjoy it as well. But I feel like appreciate where it comes from, and I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
Because now you have a lot of artists that are jumping on, like from America or whatever, that are like doing features, and it's really hard to jump on Afrobeats and do it well. And I feel like a lot of people haven't done it well.
Yeah.
And I just feel like just keep it to the African artists. 'Cause I feel like they know better.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody loves Afrobeats.
Yeah, I love Afrobeats. Like, I was actually thinking to go to Nigeria and try and do my music there, because it's just nice to, be a part of, my actual culture, like, where I'm from, and yeah, so.
Yeah, I wish I could do that because my dad, I'm Yemeni, my dad's Yemeni, but I can't go back there because of there's like a war going on.
Oh, right.
So it's like you can go,
Yeah,
but it's like, bro, it's so dangerous.
No.
So it's like you actually can't go.
Damn.
So because I went when I was a kid and the structure of the buildings and the culture and everything was beautiful, but now all of it's gone. So it's crazy what's going on with the war and these earthquakes in Turkey and Syria.
God, yeah.
2 earthquakes,
It's so bad.
Sad, man.
I've got friends in Turkey. I messaged them. I was like, "Are you alright?" Because the earthquakes, no.
And you have kids who are like being found like 10 days after in the rubble.
Wow.
It's just like, what would we do if this fell on us? God forbid. Like,
What would we? Yeah, seriously, what would we do?
like people are just not. I mean, we need to just be more grateful and appreciative of life because that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think it would happen to Turkey. Like, honestly.
Like, and Syria is already war torn, so it's even more worse for them as well. And it's like, what are they working with?
Yeah.